Okay, I've got two pieces of evac foam. It's L200. You can see the edges here. I'm going to stick a little dab of Barge on each one, and you'll see how much, I mean, when I take that little dab and smear it down the entire length of this, it's virtually invisible. I mean, I can see a barely yellow tint to it, but that's it. And you just let this dry for a few seconds. If you put more than that on here, like this is like a pretty good dollop of it, and you, ugh, that pin stuck on there, and you wipe it on. Okay, you see this? It looks like the same, but do you see how, I don't know if you can see this. It's roping up like that, how it's webbing. That's way too much. You don't want it to do that. You want it to be so thin a layer that when you try that, you don't see anything. Right now, it feels dry. A little tacky, but dry. So you take these two pieces, you line them up the way you want to once you're happy with it, because you can still pull them apart a little bit. Just line them up and then press. That's where you're going to really earn your thing. See how I'm pressing the two together as much as possible? Sometimes you can pinch it a little, but now I cannot, if I tear it apart, it's basically tearing off the foam, and the glue is basically sticking to one side or the other. But yeah, basically you let it, that micro thin layer, almost dry, and you'll get a good connection. I took a piece earlier. See how this one looks like that one I did earlier with the feathering? It's got a thicker layer of Barge on it, and it takes forever to dry too. You can see how quickly the thin layer was able to dry. So I stick these two together the same way, press it together, and again, this has been drying for about 5 or 10 minutes now over a shop vac, and I can just peel it away like that, because the Barge itself isn't strong. So you don't want a layer that's that thick. You want that micro thin, that layer where you can see here the contrast between the area that there's Barge and the area that there's no Barge, hopefully. But that's how thin you want to make it.